What's going on, everyone? My name is Logan. I'm back with another YouTube video. This is episode 2 of how to use AI, and today's episode we're going to go over custom Gpts. Baby! First one is a workflow automation with context. So for example, say your company has a whole bunch of standard operating procedures, right? Or training documents for a new employee. I'm in IT, right? There are a whole bunch of tasks that IT does. For example, like setting up transport rules for emails, adding people to Entra, Active Directory, things like that, right? Say I forget how to set up a transport rule. I can preload our SOP. You could also put training documents, right? So say you have an intern, you got to teach them how to use the coffee maker. You can have an SOP of how to use the coffee maker. And say there's an employee that's been there for a while, never used the coffee maker. He's like, how do I use the coffee maker? You can just ask the freaking ChatGPT and be like, yo, how do I use the coffee maker? Go into ChatGPT here. You're going to need to use the paid version of this, so just bear that in mind. You're going to go to GPTs and create. So here you can create using the help of AI, but we're going to hit configure. I'm just going to name it workflows for SOPs and training. This custom GPT takes in a question about an SOP or training doc in order to receive in-depth direction on how to do said task, right? I'm going to copy this in here. This will spit out to the user a response on how they do said SOP or training doc they ask for based off of what they say. This GPT will find the SOP in question either on the first user's question or by asking the user for more detail on which one they're asking for, then take from the training docs uploaded and give them the exact step-by-step instruction to do said task slash process they're asking for. So here I'm going to upload these files. So I'm going to open these 3. Cool. That's really it. Create. Only me. Save. And this is going to create your first custom GPT. forget how to make a cup of coffee. How do I do it? Step-by-step process from your coffee preparation SOP. How to make a cup of coffee. Pre-brewing assessment. Approach the coffee station. Check if there's already a coffee in the pot. Equipment preparation. 3. Brewing process. 4. Beverage dispensing. See? Perfect. And you can preload as many things as you possibly want, and you can get it right here. It's just more convenient this way. You don't have to go looking through folders, looking through SharePoint lists, shared whatever, mailboxes. You don't have to go looking through Teams messages. You can just preload your department's SOPs and then look at it by asking. I mean, first you're going to have to know what it is and what you're even talking about to look for it, but yeah, and that's really it. It's pretty cool. Number 2, Gpts, create. This one's going to be proofread email. This custom GPT proofreads an email. I'll paste this in here. Send emails. I want you to check. Yep, all that. Boom. And that's it. You don't need image generation. And then you're gonna hit create. Only me. I've been doing this a lot where it's like I just dump stuff on a page for my monthly recap. Writing my recap for October, so I'm gonna put all this in here. This month I worked heavily with our team of developers to push some code. Worked heavily, this is just basically, I'm not telling you fully what went on, things like that, but just telling them what I did, what I worked on, so on and so forth. So I'll paste this in here, and based on what I said proofread it, add more to it, make it sound like I'm doing a lot, make it sound like give hints about saying how underpaid I am and to try and do more, like give me more money basically. But anyway, this month I worked extensively with the development team to deploy several code updates and streamline ongoing IT project. I managed it and resolved a significant number of IT support tickets, conducted detailed data cleaning and maintenance in our database, and handled several Microsoft user account issues and ensure smooth operations. That sounds pretty good. I mean, I don't know if you read what I said, but I worked heavily on IT project and managed out IT tickets. So it took all of these grammar mistakes, these spelling mistakes out, and yeah, I mean, it separated it nicely. It doesn't look like AI, because a lot of the times you put AI out and they'll put in line breaks, they'll put in like sources and stuff like that. But this looks nice. I like this, and I think it could be very beneficial for use. All right, so the last one, number 3. This one's pretty cool. We actually use this where I work, so I'm gonna put you guys on game here. So say I have an e-commerce store and have a ton of products I sell and don't have time to write each one out with detail about the product. Right? All I have to do is enter the product's name and the brand and potentially the size, and it will give me, a whole response just by giving the item. Alright, so here we go. Here's the third GPT, custom GPT. This one's going to be product description generator. This GPT will take in a product name and website. Instructions. I'm gonna paste the instructions that I was just too lazy to write this out, right? I just had Claude do it. I basically said, write me a prompt that will give me the custom GPT. I mean, you don't need to do this, you can just write it out, but it's just easier for me. Product description generator, role, put, you know, it's gonna say what exactly it does, and the guidelines. So that's it. You're gonna hit create. This will create the final one. Only me, save. And view. Alright, and for this one, we're gonna go cookie. Brand is Oreo. Boom. We're gonna go Oreo original cookie. The iconic treat that brings everyone together. Experience the timeless delight of Oreo original cookies. Boom, boom, boom. So a little tweak to this is I can say, you know, remove the one. Like remove the numbering, because I don't like how the numbering is like that, but looks pretty dang good. Just, you know, have a picture of an Oreo there, and then underneath it you have the description that you can read a little bit about Oreo cookies. Hey, I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. If these videos are helpful at all, and if you like them, please leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.